Okay, for the private lesson, I'm actually going to coach both Bailey and Orly because I both brought them here and I didn't want to waste one of their time. So it's actually going to be a semi-private lesson. I hope that's okay. So, we're going to play a volley game. Here's how the volley game works. So Bailey, can you back up a couple steps, please?
Here?
No, just even more back. Thanks. Good question though. You want to start in the middle of the service box. We're playing half court. Doubles alleys are out. The objective of the game is we hit the ball. It's a volley game. I hit the ball to Orly and we're trying to close into the net and win the point, okay? So that's 1-0. So we're going to alternate feed.
We play this on Kelly sometimes. We usually call it shootout because you try to get
This, yeah, it's shootout.
Oh, okay.
So now, Orly, you hit. And we alternate feed each time, first to 7 points. Let's go. Like, if the ball lands in and Bailey doesn't get it and it lands past the service line, it counts. It's in the court.
But no lobs.
No lobs. Alternate feed each point. Watch your feet. Make sure we count out the score after each point. So Bailey, you want to close the net after each shot. So you hit, come forward. Hit, come forward. Your objective is to get right on top of the net because it's easiest to put the ball away that way. Whoa! I thought this was a friendship. I thought you were friends, not adversaries. Sorry. I know. Okay, let's calm down, Orly. Well, Bailey, you gotta stop trying to hit her.
I'm trying to close in.
Yeah, you're trying to close it, but you almost hit her again.
Oh, sorry.
Just, if you have a ball on top of the net, just hit it to the corner. Okay, good. Jeez, what kind of friend is that? Okay, couple more. Has anyone kept track of the score? Okay, we've clearly... Okay, 3-2. We're gonna go with that. Let's try and keep track of the score a bit better next time. Up to 5. I think it was up to 7, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's bring it in. What I saw with your backhand volleys, which I think Bailey, you should apologize to Orly just as a good teammate. She went through quite a lot of trauma. Are you okay? Are you gonna make it? We're gonna have, is it the equivalent? We're gonna have to get the paramedics like they did on Wednesday.
Wait, they did it on Wednesday?
Because someone blew out his knee. Another side story. So what I was seeing on your backhand volleys is they were breaking down a bit because we are dropping the racket below the wrist when we're hitting. So we're often hitting like this. And then the racket would drop below the wrist. And the reason we don't want to do that is because we lose control and then the ball doesn't stay as low and doesn't go through the court as much. It actually sits and makes it easier for our opponent to pass us when they're at the net. So how we actually want to hit the backhand volley is after contact, we want to keep the racket head above the wrist. And we do that by maintaining a firm wrist and holding the racket tightly as we make contact with the ball. So instead of hitting like this, we hit like this. The racket head is above the wrist, okay? So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to do a volley drill, and here's how it's gonna work. You are going to hit, I'm just looking for this yellow marker. It's back there, I got it. So, you're gonna hit backhand volleys, and when you're hitting, you're gonna start at this yellow line. You're gonna move forward, hit a backhand volley, and then recover back to the yellow line, okay? One of you is gonna hit 4 backhand volleys, and then the other person is gonna hit 4 backhand volleys. Your objective is when you're hitting, you're trying to hit every single backhand volley cross court past the service line. And the reason you're doing that is because the deeper you hit the volley, the more likely it is that your opponent will miss. When you're hitting, I want you to keep that racket at above the wrist. If you feel you've kept it above the wrist, like this, I want you to say yes. And if you feel you've dropped the racket below the wrist, like this, like you're doing before, I want you to say no, okay? No, let's do it. Ready? So move forward, you hit the volley and then recover back. Good, no, keep the racket. That was a no. The racket has to stay more above the wrist. It's okay. No, it's kind of dropping still. So I really want you to focus on keeping the racket above the wrist when you're hitting. So instead of going like this, after you make contact, nothing happens with the wrist. The racket is still above the wrist. It's kind of like a 45-degree angle. Does that make sense, Orly? Excellent. No. Want to say yes or no? No. No. More of a no. No. No, I thought that was kind of a no. So it's hitting like this. Boom. Look at my racket. Boom. Boom. Does that make sense? Let's hear the yes or no each time. That's it. Good. That was like a half no, half yes. It was a maybe. Racket above the wrist. No. Yes, good. Good listening skills. That's a yes, good. But I want you to try and get each ball past the service line. So you're hitting through the ball. That's it, good. Hitting it deeper, making it more likely for our opponent to miss. That was a no. Better, yes, good depth. Better, good. Oh, sorry, Orly. Terrible feed. One more. Good, excellent. So kind of cut down a bit. Racket stays above the wrist after contact. That was a no. Better, yes. No. Yes. But control the ball. Good, that was excellent. Racket above the wrist, and it was deep. Good. Last two were awesome. Good job, Orly. Good depth. Keep the racket above the wrist. Good. Keep that wrist a bit more stable. So you're kind of still cutting down a bit. Racket above the wrist. Boom, like here. Good. Switch. It's okay. Racket above the wrist. Good. That's it. Good. Can we get the balls up on this side, please? Actually, we'll get them both sides just really quickly. We're just going to pick up the balls and we're going to focus on one more technical element on your backhand volleys, and then we're going to go back to shootout. See if we've solidified the skills we have learned.
You have to play shootout because I don't want to get...
Because you're fearing for your life? We can play a different game then. One at the baseline, one at the net, and you like alternate every 2 points. How does that sound? Good. Pleasure. Thanks. Okay, and let's get the balls on the other side, please. It's a good semi-private lesson so far. You guys have come a long way. Volley, backhand volleys are really looking better now. Just get the balls over here and then we'll start up again. I'll see what I can do. I'm not very good with technology.
Wait, so what are the stages of like becoming a coach?
Jeez. Well,
Coach course 1.
you have to do these courses, but
Wait,
if you're like a good at coaching, you don't really need any of them. Like your dad doesn't need any of them. Well, you guys are probably both better than me at coaching. That's why I have to go do the coaching courses, because I don't know anything about coaching tennis. Not really. At what, tennis or coaching? Oh, wow.
tennis coaching.
Yeah, both. So, now that we got the racket and it's staying above the wrist, making our volleys more powerful and stable, now what I'm going to work on is stepping forward with the right foot. So I notice sometimes we're stepping forward with the right foot when we make contact, but even when we do so, we're not doing powerfully enough. And the reason we want to step forward with the right foot, because it transfers our weight into the ball, making the volley faster and deeper, making it more likely for our opponent to miss. So this is what I want to see when we're volleying. As I make contact, step forward with the right foot, almost like a semi-lunge each time when I'm hitting. That's going to allow more pace to the ball. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Good. So 4 volleys each and then switch. Good. Racket above. That's it. Really lunge with that right foot. Good. Lunge with the right foot. Excellent, but still keep the racket above the wrist. We still want to focus on racket above the wrist each time. Good. Hit. Good. Step forward with the right foot when you make contact. Good. Sit, but you're still cutting down now. Keep the racketed stable. Excellent. Racketed was stable. You step with the right foot. Good. And hit. Excellent. Watch out. Geez, Bailey's just trying to injure Orly at every single chance she gets. What is going on? Something I don't know about happened between you two. Good. Good depth, Bailey. I didn't get that. I just didn't hear. One more. Good. Still, what I'm seeing sometimes when we're stepping with the right foot is now our racket's going below the wrist. So I want to see the racket stay above the wrist still. So we're doing racketed above the wrist and stepping with the right foot. Good. That's better. You got both there. Good. Step with the right foot and hit at the same time. Excellent. Good. Step forward the right foot. That's it. Step forward the right foot. Last one. Good. Last turn each, and then we're going to play a game. That's it. Step forward the right foot at contact. Whoa! I'm scared. We're going to have to cut this lesson short now. Good. Last one. Make it count. And hit. Good, but keep the racket at above the wrist. That's it. Last one. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to play a rally game, but because of Orly's injury obtained in the last one, here's what's going to happen. One of you is going to start at the net. You're going to feed the ball in. Other person's going to start at the baseline. We're playing half court. Doubles alleys is out. I feed it in. The other person, the baseliner, hits the first ball neutral back to me, aiming at my chest level, and then we play the point out. One person plays 2 points at the net, and then the other person plays 2 points to the net. So you're alternating between baseline and service line in your starting position. Does that make sense? Excellent. And you're both feeding. First to 7 points. Orly's at the net first. So, start at the service line. First to 7 points. When we're doing this, Let's focus, keep backhands, keep the racket above the wrist, and step with the right foot at contact. Good. Ooh, so new rule, no lobs, but that point counts. Good volley, like that backhand volley. You're just gonna have to figure it out. Hit the ball low, hit it right at her. So, and we're actually gonna make the doubles alley starting now. So there's more space. So volley or feeds. Here's the ball. Good backhand volley. Good point. Good volleys. Whoa! Bailey's scared. Okay, don't swing down on that volley, right? Maintain proper technique. What's the score? 1-4. Good shot. 2-4-2. Continue to focus. Racket above the wrist at contact. Stepping with the right foot. 5-2. Good volleying, Bailey. Come on, make that shot, Orly. Out. 6-2. No, she's gonna feed, don't worry. 6-3. Six, 4. Stay positive. Can you move that ball, please? Both of them? Thanks. Start the service line. Good job. So can you come to the net, Orly? So I just wanted to... Pardon?
Never mind.
No, go ahead.
No, I forgot.
Okay, fair enough. So I just want to refresh what we focused on the back and volley. Can you both please enlighten me the two technical points?
Keeping your racket above the wrist.
Uh-huh. And what was the second one?
You want to use your right leg or opposite
Right.
leg.
Yeah.
Step in to get more momentum going forward.
Exactly. And what are those two things going to do to our volley?
Make them stronger.
Make them stronger. And what do we
More
mean by
reliable.
stronger? More reliable? Are they going to go deeper,
Consistent.
more consistent, faster, making it more likely that our opponent misses? Awesome. Good job.